Okay, so you actually feel that the price is a bit affected lah.
The house, I think right now is 10 year lah, but of course I thought for BTO wise, usually on the 5 year mark, you can sell the highest upon the 5 year mark. Subsequently, it will
Mm,
just continue to drop until it normalize to the surrounding 5 room or 4 room flats, right?
Is this what you observe in your blog?
At least that's what I heard of lah. Yeah.
Okay, okay, but you never monitor the price too much lah.
I mean, on and off, I do receive leaflets at my house. So it's around 750. I do monitor lah. Sometimes 600, sometimes 750. So it's around that range.
Okay, okay. Which are you aware that if it's a brand new 5-year-old block, how much will it be roughly?
I bought it at 400. And nowadays, I think maybe 500, 550.
Oh no, no. I mean, as in like, would you be aware like maybe those brand new one, right? Are you aware how much? A brand new as in like 5-year-old HDB, how much will it be left?
The new 5-year-old HDB.
And the 5-year-old, that means they just reached their 5-year-old one. Those HDB,
Oh,
how much are you aware that it is?
800 maybe.
800 lah. So you do see like when it's older, there is a difference in the pricing lah, a little bit.
I don't
So,
know. Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know.
okay, okay, I see. Okay, so maybe we take a look at maybe your blog lah, okay? 261B Punggol, 对不?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we just take a look at it, and then maybe we will just zoom into the 5 room lor. Okay, so let's say if we take a look at your 5 room, actually some of the higher floor one, 最近有一个 somebody sell 800 sia, not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you know each other ah?
I think some of them I know lah. Because
Oh,
when we BTO together, we were pretty close, some of them.
okay, okay. So I guess if you talk about maybe when it was 5 years old, it's about year 2020 like that lah, during the COVID years like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Actually, you will realize that actually way back, maybe slightly younger that time, it has already hit the 700 over thousand mark. But
Uh-huh.
actually over this, you can see the screen,
Yep.
But you will also see that currently even 2 years have passed, right? But 最近没有什么 transaction 了 lah. You realize that it slowed down quite a fair bit. Probably because those who wanted the shift would have shifted. Yeah, in a way, yes, it's 5 room, right? You mentioned.
Yeah, 5 room.
5 room not so bad lah. Still at least probably a 800,000 would have lah. Yours is high or low floor?
11th floor. Middle.
Which is quite a good floor lah. Probably something like this lah.
Mm.
Okay, so maybe I just share with you on a bigger picture. Okay, actually why some people actually choose to maybe upgrade their property lah. Okay. Okay, just a minute. To understand currently roughly what's your age?
I'm 43.
43 lah.
44 this year, 44, sorry.
Okay, we are about 81年的是吗?
8年.
Okay, so we are about the same age like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently, wait, let me find my phone not working here. 等一下. Just a minute. Okay, can. So I was saying, right? 等一下，Okay, so I was saying currently you're actually 44 years old lah, correct?
Yeah.
And then your block is actually 10 years old. If you don't do anything to it, right? Currently it's probably worth 800,000. A lot of things we don't know what will happen lah, but maybe just a slight projection it may be about when we can take our CPF and all that, your flat will be about 20 years old already.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you foresee is actually this value would drop further, is it?
Yes.
Okay, 我们不要讲到这样 sad lah. If after all your hard-earned money, probably let's say we say that it stay the same lah. Okay, so because you actually currently stay in Punggol, maybe I'm sure you will know some condo which is very near you, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the famous Watertown?
Water tower,
Sorry?
yes. Yeah, water tower.
Yeah,
Treasure
what?
trove.
Mm,
Then there's a
okay.
central or something like that, right?
Okay, okay. Literally all the very near you one, all you know lah.
Mm.
Okay. So maybe just to understand, if you sort into something like this kind of properties, right, would that be something you and your family would be happy about?
You mean these three properties ah?
因为 at least it's still something very familiar to for you. Probably we can try to keep as near as possible to your current size. Yeah, would that be something that y'all would be happy?
I mean, yeah, I think should be lah. Of course, depending on the property itself. Yeah, should be okay.
Should be okay, right? Nothing changed, ma. In a
Yeah,
way, it's still three bedroom. Your one is two girls, right? You mentioned.
yeah. Two girls.
Do you have a helper?
No, no helper.
Or no helper lah? Okay, okay. So 够啦，一人一个房间 and then you
Yep.
still have your room that kind. But only thing I think your layout there is the hall a bit big one. Correct, right?
Sorry, my layout is a bit what?
Your layout, the hall is quite big one, which is quite nice
Yes, yes.
in a
Very
way.
big
Yeah.
hall. Yeah.
Yeah, because we quite familiar lah. Here and there got sell some units, but 最近没有了那边，最近没有 seller 在那边. Yeah, correct, correct. So maybe just share with you on a bigger picture. Why do people actually choose to do a swap? Maybe based on what you are aware, before I show you the numbers, based on what you are aware, do you know how much a three-bedroom, right? Apple to apple lah. A three-bedroom condo in this area is worth like
I think right now probably around 1.5 and above. 1.5, 1.8.
1.5 to 1.8 lah. Okay,
Yeah.
can. So 我们 VCR 请看一下. Okay, just to let you visit a bit of the prices lah. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we start with the water town one. I guess although I started off to talk about water town, you also talk about like maybe Central Cove or that, which actually I think they are equally as convenient lah. 过一条小马路 no big issue lah. Something like what you are having now. Okay.
Mhm.
Then we just want to zoom into straight the three bed law. Okay. So something like the three beds here, if you are talking about water town, right? Actually, this is what we call the food lah.
Okay, let me tilt your screen because too small. Okay.
That's why sometimes you always tell you all see from iPad a bit easier. Okay, you try your best 有没有老花
Okay.
你？你有老花吗？
我没有老花。
not bad，我也是还没有，还没有。OK，我开大一点给你啊。OK，three bed which is about 你的家的 size 我可以唱一点华语跟你讲话吗？Yeah，so you can see generally, I would say about a two lah. Once in a blue moon, you do have this kind of lower quantum one but also the last two transacted slightly way above 2 mil lah. Okay, so just to let you know the range of the prices. So maybe we see 可以表一下 which is a bit cheaper, likely, since it's not slightly less. It's like 要过一条马路这样. Okay, so we're going to take a look at a treasure trove. You know the history of a treasure trove or not?
Yeah, the material house. Yeah, because I've been there a few times.
你有 friends 住在里面吗？
Yeah.
Okay, can. You don't mind, huh?
I don't mind yeah.
不是
That's
你
why I
在
don't
飞
need to sleep inside.
Okay. So now we take a look, right, at the three bed. Okay. This one, if we take a look at maybe the quantum, which is this kind of size, almost your house size, okay? Actually, this one will be maybe a bit more comfortable. What do you think?
Yeah.
A bit more comfortable, huh? Agree, huh? Okay, so now, next thing I want to share with you is this thing, okay? I want to share with you a treasure trove, right? From the beginning until now, right? How has this property actually performed? Okay, so a treasure trove. Okay, so this is actually a treasure trove. Okay, and then this property, if you go back and check here, right? We will realize that actually the TOP date is actually 2015. Okay, that means to say, why is it that you will be able to see the trend, right? even way before 2015, right? Because these are the people that maybe got it from developer. So
Mm.
because developer don't sell only when they start to be ready, ma, okay? So they actually start selling when they are also building. Okay. So usually, right, to make sure that it is a safe buy, we usually omit this kind of points lah. Okay, what do I mean this point? Because actually in March 2020, right, we all know because COVID happened. When
Yes.
COVID happened, actually everything also went crazy lah. Whether you talk about your HDB, which actually 你的 HDB 是有点 saved by COVID 的. If it is not by because of COVID these few years, resale HDB usually 更 stagnant. Yeah, but everything goes up lah. So HDB went up, condo also went up. So usually I will ignore this part in the analysis because it's not normal that we have COVID. Okay? So what I
Okay.
want to explain to you is this. If I had bought brand new from the developer, what do you observe here is this. If I buy brand new from developer, the property, right, would have grown, right, from 它 built 到你拿锁匙那一天, right, it will have grown 25% over 3 years. That means per year, right, it grow 8%. 别派啦. That means
Mm.
if you went in 1 million, every year it will have grown at least 80,000. So after 3 years, 刚刚拿锁匙你已经赚了200多千 minimally. But that's because it's a 1 mil property. If it is 2 mil, you are half a million in the money already.
Okay.
Okay, but somebody also can don't want to wait, right? So because if I buy from developer, just like you buy a BTO like that, you have to wait 嘛，
Mm.
它建好了你才可以拿锁匙嘛。But if
Yep.
I don't want to wait, I choose to buy resale, right, from somebody that has bought it, right? And then we maybe plot and see if how this property, right, has actually performed. Okay, let me just show it to you. Okay, just a minute. 那个 pen 又没有音了。等一下子Okay, but okay, what I want to explain to you is this. If you actually see the chart, right, you will see that the chart actually was stagnant, right, for a good period. From 2015 all the way to COVID, right, 2020, right, the property never go for a 5 years. Till COVID, right, save the day. Yeah, so if you were to perhaps consider enter resale, also can. You basically would get your facilities, you get like the convenience spot that you desire lah. But the property 是 stagnant 的, which is still okay. In a way 它不会掉, it's a good saving plan. It's a long-term saving plan lah. But 它不会给你的 surge compared to if a person bought in the beginning. Would that be something that you are comfortable?
I think at least it did not drop lah. That's the main thing lor, right?
You are right, you're right, correct. So right, first of all, right, for you to want to enter at this kind of point, to come here, right, 是 okay 的 because 它是一个 saving plan, it keeps the properties. But I just want to give you a thought, whether today, we look at a treasure trove or we look at Watertown, right, the thing is you are entering here. First owner enter here. You are enter at 1.5 times, right, of first owner price. So these people anytime can sell here, sell here, sell here. They still make one. But we enter here, right? Then you need to sell here, but you are the only one that need to sell higher. So would it be a risk lah?
Yeah.
Okay. So coming back to you, all right, if we see the big picture, what happened is this. In your flat, right, currently it's probably worth 800 over 1,000. You probably have very little loan left, right?
Yeah.
About 100, 200?
Around 200.
Correct. So what happened is, right, roughly today you have about 800K that is in your property. Okay? After you settle the loan, right, you will unlock 600,000 from your property. So today, 我给你一个 choice, 你可以放进一个 fixed deposit 是 grow 1% a year 的. 你也可以放进一个 fixed deposit 啊。刚才我们看 A Treasure Trove right per year 是 8% 的
嗯哼
呀。所以这边 right，你是 enter at 这个 point 是 8% per year。如果你是 enter as second owner 的话，right，we are talking about maybe at most 一个 1% a year。
嗯哼
so 你要放在哪一个 fixed deposit？
，of course if possible 8% 啊。
差不多啊，诶，这个真的是 1%，它还是有 grow 啊，to be fair，它是 about 1%，OK 啦，最多给你2%啊，sorry 啊，因为从这边到这边来是最多一个5 year 咯，涨一个1 year 2%，but 你要 remember 啊，your interest rate 啊，are you aware now what's the fixed interest rate？
嗯，I don't know 嘞，should be around
Okay,
three
now
plus, two plus percent.
2%. It's
Yeah.
about 2.5. Depend what package you take lah. 2.5
Mm.
to 3. So if your property only grow here it will only act as a saving plan. 因为它没有 grow 太多嘛，它没有这种 booster 来的
Mm-hmm.
which is at 8% a year. Okay? So
Okay.
going back to you, if today maybe 刚才也是跟我讲不 8% 啊，if there's an option, maybe it's still possible whereby you enter as a first property, you still have this growth, right? Okay, which your 600K can grow at discount rates. You maybe still have your MRT, maybe you still have your mall. It's a like something like what you have in your Punggol lah.
Mm.
Would you want to explore?
If yes, I mean if you have something like that, yeah, I don't mind exploring. But of course, again, this place should be close to me and my wife's workplace.
Where's your workplace?
Me will be around Serangoon area. My wife is also Serangoon area.
Okay. So if this place is around Ang Mo Kio, okay, right?
Ang Mo Kio should be okay lah. Yeah, should be okay. Yeah, the
一条路而已
supermarket.
啦。
Ah.
Yeah, 一条路下来而已. Okay. So so basically what I'm proposing to you, right, is two solution. One is if you just want to basically swap out your HDB value, right? 因为你的 value is about 600. 因为我们还要 settle loan.
Mm.
We can of course go to a resale, which will give you 1 to 2% growth a year. Okay. Alternatively, we can explore going to something with 8% a year, but this will not be in Punggol lah, because you also know Punggol 没有新的嘛。
Mm.
Yes. So if we go 这个 route 会是 Punggol, but 如果你去这个 route, right, it will give you 8%, but maybe we can explore somewhere near the upper Ang Mo Kio side.
But with Ang Mo Kio, you can get something like that, man. I mean, with 600K.
我问你一个问题，if you
Yeah.
can rewind, like let's say somehow you can go back and maybe buy a treasure trove when it was building, that means like this chart here, maybe you can buy when it was building, right? But 那时 I think right, 那个 Waterway Point 还没有开 right? Am I right?
Yeah. During
If
that
let's
time,
say, okay, just a hypothetical question 回不去了 I think this was also the time you got your BTO. About 1-2 years after you got BTO. But just a question. If you had a chance to enter a treasure trove where maybe of course there's already an MRT running lah, okay? The Northeast Line was running already ma. Then maybe the mall is going to open. 你觉得这种 property 会保价了？
I think will lah, because the location is actually quite good. It's just across the road from the central lah. During
It's
that time.
保价and do you know why this kind of property whether we talk about a treasure trove 也好 we talk about like 刚才你讲的那个 Park Central 这些 right? Do you know why this kind of property in Punggol can do well? Do you
But
think
find
are the
property
one?
what?
Okay, like a treasure trove, Park
Huh?
Central, which is what you mentioned, water town, right? Do you know why this kind of property can do well?
Maybe they are near central.
So called they have maybe the MRT, they got the mall because we all okay, honestly, we all lazy Singaporean, right? We like this kind of convenience. Yeah, but what else do you think contribute to it? The prices 为什么会跑, right? At the end of the day, it's about there must be demand. Then the price will move, ma.
Mm-hmm.
And who are the people taking up all these property? They are people like you, HDB upgrader. 对吗?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you go to an area, if you can strike MRT, you can strike more, you can strike HDB upgrader, right? These are what I call properties with huge mass appeal. And a lot of people will want one. It's not difficult to sell. Even if you go into like, that means if you have bought a Treasure Trove or Park Central, all these, right? 这种 property 不会难卖的 because there will be the next wave of HDB upgrader when 你很老的时候 that will come and buy from you. So going back, right, to your big picture is this. Just now, right, we said that currently you are actually 44. If you go for a saving plan, whether you today go into a 2 mil property, for example, you will ultimately have a fully paid 2 mil property, or you will have your HDB, which is fully paid. Assuming both stay the same, right? Why upgrade is this? Because if I choose to upgrade today, right, I can always come back to a HDB, even if I don't earn a single cent from the private, right? But the difference is I have another 1.2 mil, right, to retire with my wife comfortably. So anything else, right? The earnings just now you saw, right? 是 extra lah. Okay? So
Okay.
so just to let you understand why people choose to upgrade lor. So going back to you, today I'm just going to share with you one possible option. How much more time do I have?
I think maybe another 10, 15 minutes.
你现在是等孩子放学啊？放
没有
from
啦，
their lesson 啊？
no lah, we just came out for dinner and then right now, yeah lor, she's
Oh,
at the playground.
okay. Then your wife leh, go shopping ah?
Some DBS appreciation dinner or something like that lah. Yeah.
Oh, you're with your kid only ah?
Yeah, only me and my kid.
Okay. Oh, she work for DBS ah?
No, my wife worked for some company that takes loan from DBS. So I guess today is like cut the what is it called? The client appreciation night or something like that.
I see. Okay, so maybe today, right, I'm going to show you this property. I mean, this location. This is a bit like the new Sengkang, new Punggol like that. Why do I say this is like the new Sengkang, new Punggol? Because if you remember, long time ago, whether we talk about your Punggol or your Sengkang side, right, they basically started with MRT. So in your case, right, it started with like the Northeast line lah, which last time Northeast line nobody take one lah. They always say like, new line lah, 不熟 that kind of thing. Okay, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
whether you recall. So what happened is, if you notice, right, in this area, they are actually surrounded by 后面是 landed lah, but there are of course also a lot of HDB because these are actually all the Ang Mo Kio HDB. Which Ang Mo Kio 的 HDB 不便宜啊，一个4房是 1 million. If it's 5房, it's confirmed way more than $1 million one lah. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So going back to this, so in this area, right, there is actually a mall as well. The mall is actually this Lentor Modern. It's a bit like Waterway Point, which is basically you have residential on top. You have residential on top, right? You also have like a mall below, exactly like Waterway Point 这样的.
Okay.
So today, if you enter something like this, okay, 要买也买不到了啦，只给你看一下那个价钱啦。Okay, so we're going to see like if there is something like a so-called at Upper Ang Mo Kio, and then there's a mall which is something like Waterway Point, what kind of prices? Because now you also saw something like, for example, Waterway is actually a bit more expensive than a Treasure Trove just because 你 roll 下来就是 more lah. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
if we were to take a look, something like a mixed development, right, you will notice that the PSF price is generally higher
Mm-hmm.
because you're paying for the convenience lah. Okay, so
Yeah.
if today we can also be just opposite the road, a bit like your a Treasure Trove, that kind of concept, but maybe got a 10% discount. Okay, maybe you're probably entering at a 2.1 per square feet like that. Would that be something you can consider?
Mm, yes. I think
OK
should be
啊，
okay. 啊，
safe 的啦，这种 So,
嗯
right, if going back to this, basically what I want to suggest for you is to maybe consider here or maybe consider here lah, which 你只是过一条小马路而已，这个是那个小马路 is literally like 你的 A Treasure Trove 过去 actually A Treasure Trove to Waterway Point 好像是4条路 is it right ah? Can
no,
remember
just a T junction, just need to cross diagonally.
this is literally the same thing 哦，就是过一条小马路，then 就是 mall 了，它的下面就是 mall。So and then 你也是有你的 MRT 的 kind of thing. And then 这边是 it's like the new Sengkang, new Punggol like that lah. They are developing this whole belt, all this forested area, which is exactly like a Punggol like that, right? All this will become HDB flat. So 这种你觉得会不会 safe?
I don't know lah. I don't know about property and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I
So
don't I
for
don't
me,
know. Yeah.
I look at precedents of things that have happened. I look at
Mm,
Sengkang, I look at Punggol. These kind of properties tend to be safe lah, and they
mm,
would do well lah.
yeah.
And it's also convenient, even if you all would to stay long term in it lah. It's almost something like what you have, but in a way you swap it out. In a way when 你还是可以 take loan 的时候 咯, because if like 图一下子就老了嘛，then 你的 loan 也不可以 take 这么多了。
Understand.
So that's the main basis of it lah. So I was thinking actually you also don't have to make a decision. What
Mm,
we can do is anyway it's just to explore a little bit. Maybe we can just arrange a view for you to maybe take a look at this Lentok, the Ang Mo Kio side one. Just as a starting off point, right? To see like would that be something you like lah?
okay.
你觉得 OK 哈？
Mm.
But you must bring your wife because need the whole family to like
I
also.
understand. Definitely have to bring my wife up. Yeah.
Okay, so of course this is not the only option 因为我现在是给你选的，你有这个 option，你也有这个 option but 一个的是 8% 一个是1 to 2%，对吧？
Mm.
So and maybe next thing I just share with you something because recently I did a HDB upgrader lah. Okay, so because of course even when we want to upgrade we are very concerned about dollars and cents 你会 concern 吗？
Oh, of course.
可能你讲老子有的是钱。Okay,
Uh,
I just show you a sample Okay, you don't know the person cover the name.
mm,
Example. So just show you this person. Okay, maybe they're slightly younger lah. Okay, you can see their age, okay, and their income. Can see both.
yeah, I can.
Okay. Okay, so from there, basically, we will work out a little bit of things lah, which is like maybe what's their loan that they can take. But I just tell you their 重点 okay? The 重点 is this page. Okay, so this one they really love the East Coast lah. So then 他们就问我，你 sure 吗？我真的可以买到 like 2.7 that one. Okay, don't need I sure or not sure. Only the numbers will speak for itself. So we do a few stress tests lah. Actually 他们的 taste 太好了. We started from 2.5, actually also got thing, but then they die want to buy the 2.7 one. For example then I show them 2.7, what is happen is this if you go for something like this, after 你 down pay 之后 right, we will still have some balance fund, which is 100千. Then 你的 reserve probably 可以 last 2 years. Are you comfortable? Or you think that, hey, I don't want. I still want to maybe go for the cheaper one because I want to have my holiday. Then 我就跟他讲 then you go for the cheaper one because the cheaper one, 你的 reserve fund 就会 last longer.
Okay.
So actually, it will be useful to you. And if you all are maybe trying to understand a little bit more about your own numbers, like, okay, even 我们不要讲 upgrade like even you want to upgrade, what is something that is very safe and you can calculate to the dot what's my reserve funds because that will actually give me the security lah. Like what should we do?
So when you say reserve fund is reserve for what? It means it's cash on hand or is it inside the CPF?
So it depends how we want to do how you all want to do the arrangement. 因为有些 client 很 cute 的，他们不喜欢 hold cash，因为他觉得 CPF right 是给他2.5%，所以他 rather 把全部的 cash 进去那个家。OK，
Okay.
有一些人是觉得 CPF 不是钱来的 they will use up all the CPF and like to hold cash because to them cash is king. So it depends what you want. We will have to arrange accordingly lor. But either which it doesn't matter because whether it's a cash or CPF, we can actually use the money to service the house. So key thing is people always want to be very safe, very, very safe that Joe 你跟我算啊 make sure 真的 at least 可以 cover 3 years in case anything happen then 我们最多卖家咯，对不对？ Like 也是 OK 的 that kind. So these are the kind of planning that we do lah. But of course, this one then we will need certain exact numbers on your side, not to be kaypoh but to 算 until 很 exact 这样给你看咯。
Okay.
Because even if we want to upgrade, we need to be safe and we need to be very comfortable with the numbers lah. Yeah, I mean the place is first part, the numbers is second part. 就是
Okay.
So in fact 这个人是住 North Shore 那个 side 的，多2个月就 TOP 的 I mean MOP 了。Yeah, so these are actually what we have been doing every day lah for our clients. So going back to you, maybe just for a start, we can arrange to see 1 or 2 in the Punggol area. I mean in this the Upper Ang Mo Kio side. Maybe just to understand if it is today 是什么 day Tuesday You are looking at probably weekend, is it?
Sorry, looking at what? Sorry.
You're looking at probably weekend to take a look, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Or you're
weekend. Yeah, weekend.
可以。So 你 Saturday 是需要做 chauffeur 吗？ For 你的 pet 你的孩子？
不用做工了。他们 I think nothing lah, nothing much for them also. No enrichment class on weekends.
They so chill one all their enrichment is weekday only
I think we discussed already. I think it's better for them to like work harder during the weekday so that they can enjoy the weekend together with us.
Your this papa not bad You're really very rare. Everybody tell me their weekend is packed one Okay.
No. I think weekend is usually free for them.
I understand. Okay, so maybe if we try for Saturday slightly before lunch, will it work? You drive?
This weekend
Whichever lah, you see your timing
because this weekend as in Saturday only or Sunday and Sunday.
Sunday also can
Because Saturday I think there's makeup class for her for my younger daughter lah. But Sunday I think she'll be fine. Before lunch
Can 可以about 11点可以吗？
Okay.
Then after that 你们去 Ang Mo Kio 吃
Yeah.
So okay, so we try for this Sunday 11. Then later I will send you maybe some information that I need. If you're comfortable, you can let me know lah. Then I can work out the Excel sheet and show you and your wife when you all come along. I mean, whichever you all want to explore lah. But if you think later we really like, then talk about the numbers further. It's also okay with me lah. Whichever you all prefer lah.
Okay.
Okay, so later we do a group chat, then I'll send you the address. But maybe just to understand from you, do you have any other question you want to check with us?
I think so far no lah. I think maybe when we go through the numbers, then maybe I have more questions like really loan repayment and stuff like that. Yeah. Am I still eligible for such? I don't know. Such a big amount of loan, I also don't know.
Your wife still working?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So she's about your age also lah.
Yeah, she's 1 year younger, so 43 this year.
Oh, okay. Maybe just can you still see the screen? You still got time to talk or not? Or don't have? Don't have, then we talk when we need.
Yeah, maybe I want to head home already lah. So if you want to talk, maybe give me half an hour, then we can continue. Because
不要紧. Then then you go home. I think I am more or less covered already. The brief. Then we meet on Sunday. Then we talk. This Sunday 11点 吧. We take a look first, see whether is that something you and your wife like to explore further lah.
Okay.
可以I send you all the necessary things later. And then we'll see you this Sunday lah. I'll text you all the address.
Okay,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you on Sunday.
Okay, see you.
等一下我会 send 他那个你 send 给玉凯的那个 format，
哎呀，大姐，你又没有 really 什么了？
什么东西？
嗯，你为什么没有继续？
没有，我本来要讲了，但阿芬而且你开始讲，但我就不懂要讲插进来，你懂吗
嗯
？Okay,
OK，but
but I
what
try the next round.
would you have 讲呢？
I will also in my mind thinking of proposing 那个 either I was in my mind thinking about Hugh Lot lah or Lentoria.
Sis, no, actually, sister, the difficulty is not the product 嘞，
嗯
谁不懂要卖 Lento 这些？It's the link，you know。
嗯，
呀，我看你很像不懂要讲什么，所以我就觉得来，他又很像冷场了。I don't know. Or what were you thinking of doing? Okay, no, you role play, you show to me.
没
No,
有
I'm not joking.
，OK OK
嗯
OK，我就是要 OK，so我 OK，我的 flow 是 I wanted to ask
No,
OK
you just talk to me like I'm the client.
OK OK so Joe because you mentioned
嗯
that D19 ma and then you only sufficiently want D19 then
嗯
is there any project that maybe your friends like live there or you have been there then you think
But
that
he already said that don't have what. I don't really look at property. He said don't have.
mm, okay so if let's say don't have maybe I can just show you the performance of a quite hot project in D19 as a reference.
嗯
Let me share my screen. 看到吗？
嗯
Okay. Florence Residence is actually one of the hottest project in D19 lah. Have you heard of it? I think maybe you may have some friends that talk about it or even bought the unit there.
嗯
So Florence Residence, they actually key collected about 2 years ago lah, one year plus ago lah. So it's relatively new, but let me show you the performance of let me show you the performance of Florence Residence. Okay, so as you can see, Florence Residence from day one until now, they actually make about 19% profit, which is very good, right?
I don't know. I'm not too sure about it.
Yeah, so actually for projects like that, this performance is considered very well received already lah. Then, but I want to show you something. It's because ever since because just now I showed you earlier that Florence Residence collected the key in 2023, right?
嗯
So if we were to look at 2023 until now, the performance after key collection, there's actually a drop of 5%.
嗯
So do you know why for Do you know why there's a drop change? I have previously mentioned that the project did very well, like 19%.
Why?
Okay, because right, if you notice, this is after key collection. So like what you mentioned earlier on regarding about your BTO. So it's the same trend whereby BTO, the highest, normally the people can fetch the higher price is at MOP, right? Like what you mentioned earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the same life pattern trend of properties in Singapore lah, a bit similar between HDB and also private condo. So once the key collection that will be the most highly sought after period. After that,
Mm-hmm.
the trend will start to be stabilized and stagnant already lah. So, but I want to highlight to you, this is not just one property. So if let's say I can show you some other properties, right? Similar ones. Riverfront Residence is also in Hougang, D19. So if you notice, Riverfront Residence, okay, so if you notice, right, Riverfront Residence, after the key collection in 2020, the transaction is also stabilized. But if let's say today, right, instead of entering at this portion, okay, I think it's a bit wrong. We'll restart, okay, ma?
Mm.
Okay. Maybe you can say that, oh, okay, like these few projects are quite new. So maybe I can also show you another trend of a much, much older development. You live in Punggol. Is there any project that you heard of or rings a bell that maybe you want
Park
to?
Central.
Okay. So Park Central, right? So technically, Park Central, they collected the key in 2016. So right now it's about 10 years old lah. It's 9 year old now lah. Okay, so we actually the real life trend of from the day that they launched and until now lah. So technically, when I show such a trend of a much older project, right, I will not show this part whereby 2020 because we all know that 2020 onwards, right, this is the start of COVID ma.
Mm.
So technically, COVID, no matter what you buy, even for your HDB, right, 它都是 going upward trend. So we take a look at the same similar trend before. So 2016, they actually TOP means the owner actually bought it in 2012. So the 2012, they bought it as brand new. So with key collection, somewhere about 2016, they started they have the key collection. So if we were to dive into 2016 and until COVID, if you notice how the trend that quite stagnant. do you think that it will be safe for you to enter a property at this portion of time? But right now, if we were to enter, you're actually entering here lah.
I don't know. I don't know about property.
Okay, so what I'm trying to show you is that, right, because right now, if we were to enter into a resale property, we are buying it at the highest point, which is right now people are asking for about 1,007 PSF lah, whereby if you look at how much the previous owner bought, which is only barely before 1,000 PSF.
I buy brand new, I also am buying at all-time high now.
Yeah, but the difference is that if we follow the similar trend, right, you're entering here, you're entering the start off point, right?
Yeah. But nobody can guarantee it go up or down.
Yeah, so later on I will show you some future pricing lah. But in order to understand the trend a bit more, right, is that you're entering here, although it may be the all-time high, because yeah, if let's say we are entering a new launch at all-time high, comparing a resale in all-time high, the resale wise may be a little, because right now I'm trying to show you actually which one is the safer option. Regardless, resale or even new launch, at the end of the day, both options are feasible. But right today, if we have an option, of course, I would like you to pick a safer option lah. For
Yeah,
new,
but why is new safer? It is equally at the all-time high.
it's equally at all-time high. But then, if we were to enter a resale, for example, at all-time high, does it mean that we will have to, by the time you sell, you will have to move upward? Naturally, you will have to sell higher, ma.
Uh-huh.
But if I were to tell you, if you were to enter over here, and your neighbor could be your first owner neighbor, which they bought it here or even they bought it here, can I say,
No, but you are not answering my question. My question is that
mm,
even if I buy a brand new property, we are also entering all-time high, right?
mm, if you are buying a resale property,
My question is if you buy a new, you are also buying at all-time high 哇，你一直在讲 resale property 做什么？
oh, okay. That's why, okay, resale, actually, there are a few options. If let's say today, the average price for OCR is generally about 2,500.
Actually 你不用这样 complicated 的嘞。But
Oh,
actually the Park Central just now the trend, right? It didn't in a sense work too much in your favor lah. Because 你看刚才的 trend, right? Can we go back to just now the trend? 我不懂你要讲什么啦。I mean, if somebody were to be telling me, right, that actually even 我们现在买新的也是 all time high 啊 which 可能人家就会 scream that I will probably have to spend 一个2000多 PSF or whatever. I mean, there's a few things I can do lah because 这个 trend not really in my favor. 为什么嘞？因为 in theory you actually have somebody that go and sell 760, which is even way below so-called the at first entry price. I don't know what's the reason lah. Which that's why this is what I mean by it's not really in our favor. But generally, 炒炒 if 大家进 at 900多，那个 chart 应该是不会有人 go below 900多的。which 那种 chart 就很美，就讲啦。But even if not，我会随便 just 拿一个 outlook 的，我就会跟他讲 very good. Actually, you raise a very valid point. So today, right, we look at the cheapest kind of private, which is EC. 我就跟他讲，yeah, 我不懂这个人可以买还是不可以买啦。But I try not to say also lah because EC 我们也不想他买嘛。Okay, but whatever it is, 我就会给他看，like what is the break even? Like Tampines 那个 is going to be launching at 1,900多 per square feet。我就会跟他讲咯，just to 给你那个 context 啊。If you talk about just maybe 5 years ago 啊，the PSF for EC was how much? Just 5 years ago.
5 years ago, 1,300.
哪里有 1,300 5 years ago, that means COVID 2000年的时候了，
哦，没有啊，差不多1,100这样子。
1,100而已吗？Which today is 1,900嘞，1,900 means what? Times 2嘞，in 5 years 诶。然后我就会问他，你觉得这样的 EC at 这样的价钱，你觉得人家会买吗？你觉得人家会不会穷？
嗯，
你觉得人家会买吗？
不会。
你觉得那个 up，你觉得那个 Tampines 1,900人家不会买？
哦，会啊，如果挺会，比 private 便宜吗？
我不懂。I mean, if 你问 any layman，maybe 他讲我不懂，然后讲我不懂啊，我也不懂。但今天我们看到一个更无路的地方，which is all my dad already one。我就跟他讲这个地方是登嘎嘞，登嘎嘞，which 它没 percent 你 sold。If you go to your eco prop, it's 88% sold。
嗯
Which the PSF is also not cheap。我就会问他 Why do you think people choose to buy EC？
，because they think it's cheap。
What other reason 呢？因为 is 不可能 got anything cheaper than that 了 right? In their opinion for something new. Why is it that BTO if you think about it，以前你买的是多少钱？400多千。我现在一个 Bongo 的，那你可能有400多千，草草也要一个600千的，你去拿，对不对？
呀
but 你觉得人家还会穷你拿吗？Oversubscribe 多少番？为什么？
，because they think it's the cheapest。
对，他们都是包价啊。为什么新加坡人大家可以买 HDB 的话，只靠买？is a
嗯
包价啊，对不对？600就是关那个眼睛，准备卖 at 1 million 的。That's
嗯
why this is their 心态 when they buy 哇，不会输钱的。没有一个海港买那个 BTO 600会去卖300咩？会去卖500咩？只有从600上800还是900还是1 mil 而已吗？So I think what I'm trying to tell you to them is this. 今天 if you go to a place whereby it is a replicate of maybe Punggol, Sengkang, where there is HDB upgrader, I mean, of course 你要看你自己要卖什么啦。There's forever. Today 你进这个价钱，你 neighbor 也进这个价钱，OK，你可以卖2.5，你觉得你会卖吗？maybe 我
会
刚才讲，你今天买 2 mil，你会卖2.5吗？你会卖whatever。我讲是不是每个人你要2.5，我更贪心，我要2.6，another person less 贪心2.4，会有一个人今天买2 million 跟你讲，OK，你 lease at 1.5，会咩？
嗯
So that's why when 你买新的是最安全的，whether is it a BTO or a EC or a condo，是最安全的。I think that even if a person argue with you, no not true 啊。Like there are properties they could sell cheaper than what they bought, even if they brand new. Then maybe some people may tell Sentosa or whatever. 然后我就跟他讲哦，Remember my disclaimer is it must have mass appeal。which 刚才我有讲啊，诶，这个东西是你拿出来很多人要和 and 又可以进得了的东西，为什么不会上嘞？Because there is demand 哇。你今天拿一个闪头发出来，会有很大的 demand 吗
不会。
？OK，so I think 哦是 struggle right when even if 一个人给你 objection 的嘞，你这样讲 logic 就可以了嘛。
OK，
呃，哎呀，你最厉害就是你很厉害 imitate 啦，never mind 啦，你 just continue to imitate。I think you kind of can imitate. Yeah, but I think you just yeah, it's something like 这样的 flow I will do lah. But it's you see kind of is number one. I ask you, what is his objective?
他的 他的 objective 是 he want because he think that 他的 BTO 以后不会有 value 了啦，then he want to
嗯
upgrade as
swap,
in
right? Swap out to something that can retain his value and the value can grow better, right? Okay. Number two, yeah, touch on the resale and new difference.
yes
How do you do it?
就是 based on the profit gain 就是 the value itself。
你在讲什么？
你讲说那个 resale and the new
resale 的 new I touch on it 哇，我不是画 water down 这些给他看，给
对
他看，如果你进 resale what happens stagnant，这个是 where you all need to explain the resale and the new 吗？我没有讲到，诶，你买 Hulong，你不可以做一个 Zoom 这样做的吗？
呀对
你要
对
样跟他讲一个他们那边的东西先吗
呀
？So even if 你今天去做你的那个一个 rough deck 给他，你就 include something like this 咯。刚才我们讲的 waterway point 那种东西哦。The
嗯
numbers 我没有 go too in depth 啦，but did I smell the money in any way?
呀 you did
What which part?
ask him about his loan balance
嗯
then
，at
他的
least 要懂那个 capital，maybe at least 要抓的他的 capital 够啦。
嗯
因为 in theory to me even if 一个人的 TDSR 不够还救得了，因为可能可以 double pledge 啦，什么double show that kind of thing。But 那 capital 那边 totally 没高是 GG 的嘛。如
呀
果要买一个 about 2.2 property 2.2这样的话，OK？So did I kind of subtly talk about the numbers is 我用一个人的 example 给他看嘛。
呀
even so that you don't appear like a math teacher, so that 他自己想跟你讲吗？因为我也 explain to 他为什么我要看你的东西，是给你看你的 reserve 这种东西吗？And like for upgrader，你就要 focus about，因为我们 upgrade 是 one thing，我们要 plan for 我们的 retirement 是 one thing，我们要 plan 到很 comfortable 我们不要 comfortable，不要弄到很串有 agree 吗？你要 like talk in a way 你收买他的人心 like that 啦，OK？So then so called the product，the product right，actually 我没有 go into too deep detail，我只跟他讲那个 concept，this is like a repeat of what you are familiar with 的 Punggol。我没有跟他讲到那个 line 耶，因为我是觉得，哎呀，这种那个老婆又不在，讲这样多也没有用。I mean, this is what I think What do you think?
I think yeah it makes sense
It makes sense
呀因为 I think 也是要 get to meet the wife and then see is there any other objection
我觉得我已经给他一个 enough brief 了，but what do you think?
我觉得，我觉得这个男的很好讲话。He don't know 他的 wife。
对哦，我觉得我们讲这样多那个 wife 没 for，that's why 我也给自己后路啦。even if 他只是要买一个 treasure trove 就给他买咯。anything else you want to ask?
没有，刚才你讲说
什么
没有，你刚才讲
？Actually, right? 你看 enough Zoom, right? Whether 我们做哪一个 district, right? 你会觉得 the flow is the same 的。
呀
Okay, but a bit different, a bit different. 因为 HDB upgrader 我做很多那个 tree line，那个 tree line as in 我会跟他讲他现在的 age，他 property 的 age，then 我就会 talk about 那个 value and I link to retirement。因为 HDB upgrader to get them out，你一定要用 tree line。But 那个 the other 难的是 in order for them to understand the logic, right? I usually need to link it to a rental that part. That what if you can still stay at wherever you stay at cheaper cost? That one is more effective. 因为我跟他画什么鬼 tree line, it doesn't prove any point.
Yeah.
And he already want to upgrade. There's nothing for me to convince him. It's just how do I get him to buy new?
他这个也是 ready to upgrade 吗？不是咩？
But okay, for HDB 我的 protocol 就是我会画那个 tree line, retirement money, that kind of thing 啦。So the other side about the 因为他给我那个 objection 他不肯 rent 吗？他很 firm like what? Then I don't have a house 啊。这个我还没有 touch 那个地方，要慢慢慢慢的。
But I think is it because this 今天的 he haven't I mean we haven't go so in depth that if he were to buy a new launch then meanwhile 他的 say 的这个 problem
还没有啦，actually 跟那个于凯一样哇，他都没有 buy 你的 concept。我跟他讲这么多 cost 啊，这么多 problem，他那里会 accept it。我现在只是弄他哦，我只是弄他痛一点点，一边是 1%，一边是 6 to 7% 而已耶。
yeah
呀，我没有弄到他死哎，
是啦
因为 he's very new to it 嘛。哎呀，不懂啦，see how 啦，你可以做一个 rough deck 啦，简单的几个 slide 给我。
Okay, but I want to send him the numbers. I think the format that you send to Yikai to get his numbers in the chat. Then I will do something for him after the numbers 啦。
OK 咯，可以咯，我现在已经
就你刚才讲说I can continue to 什么 emit，我没有做到那个 part。
什么东西？
没有，I think 你讲说 visually I don't know, I forgot what you say about me just now.
Then how am I supposed to remember？
没有，你刚才不是有讲一个 part 讲说 I can continue to 什么什么，我没有做到后面那个字。你是不what do you say about? I think 你是要讲我的 visually 的 I pitch or what 的东西。
我讲你很会 imitate 啦，你 just 继续 imitate 吧。
哦，就是 follow 你们讲话这样子啦。
你 follow 调音风讲话
follow 什么？
调音风。不过你这样，你很会 imitate 吗？我个 is imitate 啊，你们背后啊，左边啊，跟调音风一样。按摩背后真的是 lose money NOOSE。
I'm trying to work on it already. Okay, okay.
OK, accept you 啊，although I still scream at you。
Yeah.
嗯
Okay lah. I set up a group chat, then I'll send him the format that you asked for the numbers.
，Goodbye，拜拜。
Thank you. Bye bye.